What's going on, everybody? We are live once again, and I'm already seeing comments. I will address the elephant in the room. Where was Jeremy yesterday? Well, we had ourselves a football game, 2 football games back to back, and I had to go support my little cheerleader. So that's where we was pretty much from 5 till 8 yesterday, and it was sweltering hot, but it was pretty cool. The football team got whipped, but the cheerleaders dominated, and that's who we was there to support. I guess we was there to support the football team also, but we was also there to support the cheerleaders, because Fifi, she's a cheerleader, so EA. But that's where I was yesterday, and I'm not even going to be able to go live tomorrow, because tomorrow I got a fun-filled day and a lot more driving. We are heading back to South Carolina to hit that spot where Adam found the missing person, to start the long job of diving all the vehicles they found. And we're looking at, like, I don't know, like 20, 30 cars possibly in this area. And we're going to dive each and every one of them. And a hidden bonus, this area is historical. So we might get to do a little treasure hunting too while we're there. Take the edge off of things, you know what I mean? But other than that, if you guys have no idea what this channel is about, it is about missing people, new, old stories, solved cases, crazy cases, and we just get into a little bit of everything. And I try to stay upbeat, even though we are talking about a serious case. But if you guys have been watching me for long enough, you totally understand that this is me. This is real Jeremy. There is no fake. There is no sadness or boohoo or crazy music. It's just me talking to you guys, telling you some stories about what I found, get some word out about these missing people, and just get the word out. You know what I mean? So what we're going to do today is we're going to go over a few missing person cases, pretty much just the flyers. I'm trying to figure out a way to do these live streams as time goes on and be a little structured, so every time everybody knows what's coming up. Like the first thing, so pretty much what I got today is we're going to talk about some recent missing person cases, share the flyer, get their face out there. We're going to talk about a couple missing person stories. And we're also going to talk about the main story of the day, which is the dog breeder in Idaho who was tragically murdered, but technically the story behind it kind of irritated me, so I wanted to share it with you guys. And because he's not a missing person anymore, he was found deceased, but it wasn't the police that found him. It was the community that wanted some answers when the police said they didn't want to search. It was kind of an irritating story, so I'm going to share a video with you, and then we're going to dive into that case. And other stuff, I don't know. We'll just see what happens in the chat room, because I love it when you guys ask questions. It kind of keeps me talking, because when I run out of something to talk about, I just kind of pause, and nothing ruins a live stream like a good pause with nothing to talk about. So right off the bat, we got, let's see, if you're diving the 30 vehicles, are you going to be able to remove them to help the area? Absolutely. Obviously, some of these cars are older than others, and some of them are farther away from the boat ramp. But from what I've heard, because I haven't even been to this location yet, Adam has, there is a couple of these cars that are newer and will be able to be pulled out. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get some cars out. Probably won't get all of them out this weekend, but we're definitely going to put a dent in it, and we're going to clear all the vehicles, especially the vehicle with what looks like a barrel in the back seat of the vehicle. That one's got me most curious. So we're definitely going to figure that out. There will be a video, lots of videos on all of this coming out. And if you guys are wondering what pays for all of this, how does Jeremy stay on the road? That is because we are a 501c3 non-profit. rapidcc.org. Go to the website, donate whatever you want if you want to keep us on the road. Essentially, that is what we have been using to keep us funded, driving every other weekend and looking for stuff to do. And we put a dent in the funds. So funds are running low. So I put a post out on Facebook, and if kind of seeing if I could stir up any donations. But by all means, if you guys want to help us out, $5-10 goes a long way. Food, we can survive off PB&Js and ramen and whatever else, but gas is key. Gas makes the vehicles move, you guys understand? And that's what we're always fundraising for, is gas. Maintenance, food, we can figure it out. We can put some duct tape on it. We can eat PB&Js and ramen, cup of noodles, stuff like that. But that darn gas, there's no way around it. And it sucks, because it's not what it used to be, to say the least. And that giant truck I'm driving, it's a big old diesel. So it's an investment every time I fill up the tank. I kind of cry a little bit when I fill up the tank. But let's see here really quick. Let me run over here. I hope when I change the screen and show you guys what I'm talking about, it doesn't screw up like it's been doing. There's always bugs. Yes, we're going to be removing some cars, like I said. And you see the story about the airplane found in Lake Michigan by Mackinac Island. That was my team, Great Lakes Search and Recovery. I did hear about that. I wanted to say, I talked about it maybe on the last stream, and I was confused. I didn't see the story. I didn't realize it was an older, was it like 2007, I think, is when that plane disappeared and went down. And you guys just now found it. I thought it was a recent crash, like it just happened. But I guess what it disappeared in the Great Lakes, and you guys have been searching and finally found it and got the tail number and remains and stuff. So that's really good job. A lot of work probably went into that. And it looks like Great Lakes Search and Recovery. Definitely go check them out. Google them, Facebook. I'm sure they're all on the social media. And I'm sure they're out there busting their hump just like all of us are, trying to make good in the world. You know what I mean? But let me show you guys some stuff while I'm rambling on before we dive into this. Let some more people show up here a while. We got 222 from YouTube and 9637. We got about 360 people watching. We can do better. And make sure every 370 people are watching now, you hit that thumbs up button or follow or wherever you're at right now. But let me share. Let's fingers crossed. I want to show you guys something on my Rumble page. If it works. You ready? Here we go. Yay, it worked. Sweet. Check out my Exploring with Nug Rumble page. Notice anything different? For starters, right here, we have been officially verified, and I didn't have to pay $1. How cool is that? I didn't have to buy my verification. They noticed how top-notch I am, and I guess I'm just a cool dude. No, I'm just making all that up. But I did have a meeting, and let me tell you guys something about this. And I kind of want to ramble because I have all kinds of stuff I wanted to talk about. But have you ever heard of anybody, as at least my size, content creator, influencer, whatever you call them? Have you ever heard of them getting to sit down with not one but two people who work for, let's say, YouTube or Facebook, Instagram, any of those pages? Have you ever heard of me have a Zoom call with two people at YouTube? I'll just answer that for you. No, absolutely not. It has never happened. The closest I've ever came to talking to anybody on YouTube was some kind of YouTube management program, which was kind of a joke. Pretty much all they did was tell you exactly what you already knew that you could learn anywhere. It was pointless, honestly. And Facebook, no, absolutely not. I've never talked to anybody from Facebook. I think the whole thing is ran by a robot, I swear. But I actually got to have a conference call with two members of Rumble, two editors, and all they wanted to do, they're super nice, and they wanted to help me grow. And I can't tell you how good that made me feel, knowing that here is a platform, a $1 billion empire, Rumble, publicly trading. It's big, to say the least. But and then here's two humans who work at Rumble, and they want to help me, and they're talking to me face to face. I got to see their faces, and they're seeing mine. It was a very personal thing, and I think you guys understand what I'm saying. It's above and beyond what I ever expected, right? And what did they do for me? They were taking notes. I was talking to them, telling them what my visions are, what my dreams are, how can I grow, what can I do? And they're just like, okay, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. We're going to help you out and do this. And I asked them a couple things, and I don't know if you noticed or not, but look over here at the join button. I asked them, is there a way to change that from join to Nug Nation? I didn't do that. The guys at Rumble did that for me. And look over here at this number. I don't even have 2,000 followers yet on Rumble, and they're doing all of this for me. So long story short, don't ever think that Rumble is a joke or it's one-sided or it's straight up conservative, Republican, stuff like that. It's not. It's just a site that you can put your content on, and you can say what you want. You know, with limits, of course. You know, you can't just start spewing like, super hate or racism and stuff like that. But you can cuss, you can say what you want. If you are pissed off at Democrats, you can say something about that. If you're mad at Republicans, you can say something about that. If you want to talk about flat earth, if you want to talk about conspiracies, they're not going to censor you. That's what they're for, free speech. I am not sponsored by Rumble. I am talking them up because I feel good about being on this platform. So, long story short, if you're tired of all the censorship from the other places and you're tired of seeing all the crap, maybe consider going over to Rumble and subscribing to my channel. That, I don't know. I feel at home here, to say the least. Now, with that being said, I am still posting videos everywhere, Facebook, YouTube, all that stuff. And I have another thing in the works. And I think it's still a secret. I don't think it's a secret, really. I'm just trying to dramatize it, but essentially I have finally taken on a content creator management team. I finally signed with somebody after 10 years of doing this all on my own. I now am signed with a management team, and it's brand new, so I'm not swimming in the dough or anything, but there could be good things in the works. Now, right now, money is tight for everybody, like I've been saying, but this could be the turning point. We're going to find out in about a month and a half if things are actually going to work out. But when I know something, you'll know something, because I don't keep no secrets from my people, and you are my people. So that's pretty cool. And let's see here. Let's just dive right into some of these missing person cases, because ultimately that is what we are here for. And the first one I came across, and these first cases I want to go over are literally just the sheets. Like, they're fresh cases. They want to get the word out. So this is a missing person from where? From Muskegon, Michigan. And let me see. Her name is Hannah Marie Ochoa, 17 years old. And let me see here. I don't want to read all of this to you guys, but in a nutshell, let's see here. The college community, deeply concerned about Hannah, the student. A student at our institution has been reported missing. Our thoughts are with the student's family and friends during this difficult time. I wonder, this is the president's statement, but I want to see what the details are of this. She was last seen driving into Muskegon Community College's northern parking lot near the tennis courts, where she parked at 9:17. And is that it? If anyone has any information, safety is our number one priority. The communication is prepared as part of timely warning placement to federal law. Man, I take it back. It wasn't that much. This is literally it. So August 28th. Let me see. That was yesterday. So I just looked this up. Like I said, I'm sharing it with you now. This has been 24 hours since she's gone missing. Hopefully she is found, and we will see. What was the other one I had here? This is another one, Cody Martin, and he was last seen May 20th, 2024 in Sneed, Alabama. 34 years old, 6'3", 230, brown hair, brown eyes, and he was driving a 2007 white Chevrolet Impala. Now, I looked up Sneed, Alabama earlier, and when it comes to the whole waterways thing, now this is May, June, July, August. It has been a few months, so obviously he is still missing in his car, as far as I know. And this is Sneed, Alabama. Keep zooming out, keep zooming out, keep zooming out. I mean, there is not a body of water or anywhere close to a deep body of water that he could be in, except for these little lakes here and there. And Locust Fork, and there, I don't know, there could be a chance, but I mean, you zoom in and look at this river creek. It is super shallow. This is not a river. This is, I guess it's a fork. I don't know, but we'll do a street view here and look at this thing. Yeah, this is a baby. This is super shallow, super clear. 4 months missing. I couldn't imagine he's in this creek anywhere. Now, there could be some sharp bends with deep pockets. Like, for instance, it's always going to be deep right here around these curves on the outside edge. If there was a road that went right here, I would want to search that. Any of these like sharp curves, if you guys ever wondered where's the deep spots on rivers, it's always the curves. Like this one right here, Slab Branch, this big old curve. I bet you this curve has some deep patches in it. And then if you get these heavy ones right here, now this one, it looks like Slab Creek. It goes over the bridge. I wonder. No, it still looks pretty darn shallow. So the chances of him crashed out in that creek, I would say, are really darn slim. Still worth putting eyes on. But I'd love to know the details where he was last seen at. Was he, let me go back over here really quick and look at this. Let me see, man. No clues or news regarding his whereabouts. That helps none. Let's see here. He was last seen driving the white Impala. He failed to show up at work, and his phone is currently switched off, and he has missed a scheduled court date. Court always throws a shadow in it. Like, wonder what he's in trouble for, or what he's going to court for. His family members have not seen or been in contact with him for some time now. Extremely concerned about his well-being. If somebody knows something, say something. No one just vanishes without a trace. Please avoid copying and pasting our work as your own. Do not alter our flyers. The content we produce was like, what a weird thing to put out there. I mean, I get it, but at the same time, the ultimate goal is to find the missing person. So I wouldn't really care what anybody does with anything that I created to search for a missing person, as long as it's used to further spread the word. I'm just saying, that's just me. They're free to say what they want. I'm not hating on them. But yeah, so there you go. If you're in Sneed, Alabama, be on the lookout for a white Chevy Impala. And Cody Martin, Sneed, Alabama. He's been missing for 4 months, so it definitely is a case we might look into down the road. Problem is, it's going to be a RC sonar boat kind of day. Because like, wow, that's weird. There isn't even a... See, look at that. There's a body of water there, but then you go here. Body of water's gone. Like they built into it and buried it probably. That's crazy. So down here's a body of water, but this looks very private property. And also really, really shallow too. What else we got? What kind of bodies of water in here? Like if it was a car accident, you'd want to look for like bodies of water right by the road. Just thinking loud, like over here, for instance. See, there's a road right here. I mean, there is a chance he could be speeding and bust through the trees and end up in there, but there'd probably be signs of a wreck along the side of the road. Let's do a street view and look at this really quick. Oop, I stand corrected. There is no trees at all. Man, what's this guy parked on the side of the road for? Probably he's out there fishing. Yeah, so definitely this is one of those spots that I'm telling you about. No guardrail, no trees, little hump, but if he's going fast enough, he could lose control and jump that what do you call it, a ditch, and end up in the water. Definitely possible. That would definitely be a place we would search. So could he be in the forest? There it seems to be very bushy. Absolutely. We have seen it time and time again. People have crashed out in the woods and they've been found years later. Virginia Collier, she was found in the woods. The gentleman down here in Georgia we went searching for, I want to say Mr. Hightower, he was also found in the woods. That was one of those cases. I mean, it was cut and dry, but for some reason, his car was brown, and I guess he went off in the woods and just instant camouflage. But once all that foliage fell, all the leaves fell, sure enough, somebody came across it, and he was found. But sad, though, that he wrecked. He was leaving to go home, like I think he was at his kid's house or something, and he left, and he drove. It was like a mile or two to his house, and he disappeared in there. And for some reason, nobody could find this dude anywhere. And he was right. I don't know the exact location, but in between those two locations, he was in the woods. And man, that's another one of those things. Like okay, check this out. What if he was at, like, now I'm talking about Don Hightower here. Now, if he was at his kid's house watching football or something, and he leaves to go home, he doesn't make it home. Kids get scared, call the police, and somebody immediately puts a drone up in the air and starts scanning the whole area from his house back and forth, right? Heat signature, dude could have still been alive, and he could have been saved if those kind of searches would have been done. I'm not hating on anybody. This was a very small small town where he went missing from. See, I just kind of steered way off track from there because I was talking about one case and then I went over here to another case. Sorry, but let's see here. On to the next one I had saved here. And there's an alert issued for a 25-year-old man last seen in Malacca. And let's see, that is Minnesota. And he was last seen July 30th. And he last had contact with family and friends on August 9th. He's believed to have been dropped off in the South Minneapolis area. He was last seen wearing glasses and a hat with the words, "Don't be a Richard." I get it. He has a wing and feather tattooed on one arm and Aubrey on the other arm. And there's families concerned about his mental health. It's never a good thing. I guess, I've already forgot what I just read. Let's see here. Oh no, rainbow. Let me see here. So he last had contact. It doesn't say anything about a vehicle. So that's all I got on that story. But I guess look for this face. If you see this guy walking around, call somebody. And I said it correctly. Awesome. Thank you so much. Natural tendencies. Keeping me in check. Drone could come in handy, Stacy said. Absolutely. I'm telling you, I talk about it every darn live stream. I am obsessed with getting a thermal drone. It seems like a vital tool for every single police, fire department. That should be an essential tool for every first responder. You know what I mean? Like, let's say a police officer arrives. This has happened to me. I'm gonna tell you a little story. Long time ago, I'm driving home, me and my buddy, and we're the kind of people that always are looking for something to get into. You know, we're mischievous, but at the same time, we don't steer away from something that looks fun to do. So with that being said, we're driving home. It's a very windy road. We come around the corner, and we're instantly like, there's a car upside down right in front of us, and we're like, oh crap! We slam on the brakes. And nobody's around. Like, we must have been the first people on the scene. So we're thinking, oh, crap, this car just crashed. Somebody's hurt. Let's jump out and see if we can help. We jump out. We look in the car. There's nobody in the car. The very first thing we thought about, and granted, we were just dumbass teenagers, and we still thought about this. What if he was thrown from the vehicle? He didn't have a seatbelt on. The car rolled. It's upside down. What if he was launched into a field, right? Happened before. It'll happen again. We call the police. Police show up. Now, looking back at this, I think it was pretty lazy police work because the cop was very casual about it. He arrives. We're like, hey, you know, there's a car. We just found this, and there's nobody in it. What do you think? And he's just like, you know, it was not the thing you'd expect. What I would have expected now as a grown up, that he would have jumped out of his car and started calling people and say, we possibly have a victim ejected into the woods and we need to find him. It was dark. It was nighttime. You couldn't see anything. But instead, he sat in his car. He wrote up a report or something, and I guess they towed the car or something. And that was that. And luckily, we was wrong. Apparently, dude crashed the car, and I guess he was drunk or something. So he fled the scene because he didn't want to get caught drunk. So, I mean, I don't know whatever happened. I'm sure he got in trouble either way for leaving the scene of an accident. But could you imagine if dude was laying out in the woods, dying, bleeding? And, you know, me and my friend was actually in the woods walking around, seeing if we could find something. And the cop never helped. The cop never got out of his car, really. And I'm just thinking, what if that cop had a thermal drone that he could just put in the air and clear the area really quick? You know, how easy would it have been to just fly around the area? It's like, all right, there's nobody laying in the woods dying. There's nobody bleeding to death in the woods. We're clear. But the unknown, and he didn't give a care. So now looking back on it, I was like, that could have ended badly for a lot of people. The story you're relating is one of the reasons many cops like to work in small towns. What do you mean? Like, so they don't have to do anything? Or explain. I think I know what you're talking about, but let's see what's going on in the chat room really quick. Man, I don't know why this thing comes up all the time. A couple of years ago, we had a local go missing driving home. He drove a red VW Bug and ran off the road into kudzu. He was found within 12 hours. He had a heart attack. There you go. A red Bug disappears in kudzu, and they found him 12 freaking hours later. I'm glad they found him. in time. That'd be crazy. Drone needs to look for recent damage, bent or damaged brush. Absolutely. The location is very much like a place that another search team found a woman about 3 years ago. Could he be in the forest? Okay, I've caught up with my questions. Let's see what's... Okay, absolutely awesome. So I was starting to think what I was going to say. But so that portion of the live stream is where I want to focus. Now, you guys are helping me on this because I am growing this live stream with you guys in real time. So I'm kind of all over the place. But at the same time, you know, we're getting the word out on missing people. So like missing person flyers, first 10, 20 minutes of the show, right? And then we slow it down and we start talking about the more cases and then into the main case, right? Videos and stuff. And then in the meantime, we'll run over here and... Ooh, look at here. Let's talk about the one channel I like talking about so much, and it is Rumble. This is sponsorship. Wait. Oh my gosh. This is sponsorship is from Rumble. One that is incredibly important to the survival of the company. I wonder if that's a typo. It didn't read off right. It didn't flow off the tongue. When Rumble first started in 2013, they built the platform for the small creator. They didn't censor or have bias. They were fair and treated all creators equally. No one thought platforms would censor political conversations or censor opinions on COVID, but they did. Facebook admitted they fell to pressure from the Biden-Harris administration. Rumble did not. They held the line. They were attacked daily for giving us a voice to talk to you. They are attacked in corporate media. They're attacked by governments like France. They are attacked from brand advertisers who refuse to work with them. Corporate America is fighting to remove speech. Rumble is fighting to keep it. Rumble won't survive with brand advertisers. They don't get much of it. True. Watching our show on Rumble is the most they can ask from you. But if you really want to believe in this fight, and if you have the means, one major way you can help Rumble survive is by joining Rumble Premium. Join the community that believes in the First Amendment and believes in our human rights to free speech. Rumble is offering $10 off with the promo code STUDIO when you purchase an annual subscription. Go to rumble.com/premium and use promo code STUDIO. Like I said, if you have the means and believe in the cause, now is the time to join Rumble Premium. If you don't have the means, we are just happy if you watch us on Rumble. Not bad. So the Rumble Premium, like they're talking about, it's I don't know. I'm pretty sure if you're watching on Rumble right now, you can see at the top it says "Go ad free" or something like that. It's pretty much like any platform. You pay to get rid of those pesky commercials, and you get other perks and stuff if you go ad free. So if you want to, go for it. If not, just stay, like, and subscribe. It's all good in the hood. Let's jump back. Dude, golly, it did it. It freaking did it. They got to fix that bug. I tell you what, I'm gonna, man, it's like you click the presentation video to share the screen and an error comes up. Oh, that pisses me off. I was doing so good too, believe it or not, just so good. But all right, here's the screen again. Stay with me now. Stay with me. So I have an update. That's what I want to get into. Check this out. Remember the fireman and firewoman. Remember they both disappeared and then they were found in the car dead. Well, not too much of a surprise. The autopsy result has been released, and what you guys have been thinking about is what happened. There is no crazy story to this. This was if I can't have you, no one will. It says right here, autopsy results have been released for the firefighters who were found dead in Tennessee after they were reported missing. Reagan, 24, fatally shot Chandler. Reagan is the girl. Chandler, obviously, is the guy. She shot him before taking her own life. The report also indicates that Anderson left a note, S-word note, because I got something else to share with you after this, with a final message to her grandmother. So, I mean, long story short, there you have it. Super crazy ex-girlfriend goes on a rampage, somehow makes him get in the car. They drive somewhere. She shoots him and then shoots herself. And that's how they found their body. Pretty much case closed, but a sad ending all around. There is no good news to this story. I just, it's crazy, but it's just like, I mean, if you guys remember when I was talking about this, I mean, we were all thinking the same thing. This sounds like a crazy ex-girlfriend that just, she was obsessed. She wanted him. And if she wasn't going to be able to have him, then nobody was. She keyed his car. She went and caused a scene while he was on a date. She was bad news. And obviously she cracked, and this sucks for everybody. So we all knew this was going to happen. And I'm pretty darn sure the case is closed on this. Well, I mean, what else can they figure out? Probably toxicology results. Was she on anything? I don't know, because the autopsy probably would have revealed that, right? Let me see here. Let me see. Chandler's mother posted on social media after his disappearance, stating that her son did not leave with Reagan willingly and that Anderson was in danger to herself. She later clarified that Anderson was not a bad person, but had issues, and her son was probably trying to help her. That, man, it's like they dated 7 years before breaking up in 2023, and man, she went off the deep end, to say the least. Jeremy, what's your email? I can send you more info on Jane Dale Cavanas. Let's see. I'll just drop it in here right now. Hold your laughter. It is a goofy email, but it works. Ouch. So yeah, that sucks. I mean, I'm sure you guys all know it. Yeah, it sucks. So, okay, let's try something here. I want to play you guys a video, and then we'll get into the main story, which is of the dog breeder who suspectedly has been murdered. And it's for a crazy reason, but I guess it makes sense. Toxicology may take months to get back. Okay. So I guess they did, just the basic autopsy, and they could tell what happened. So angles of the bullets and stuff, like she probably pow, and then she pow. So I guess it was pretty easy to figure that part out. Ugh, it's just crazy to think about that, though. Let me see if I can find this clip. And let's see if it works, too. I decided to, record it instead of playing it off a website to see if it works. So if it doesn't work, we'll figure something out. But let's see if this works. And tell me if you can hear it.
The Clear Creek County Sheriff says his deputies bungled the initial investigation of a missing man from Idaho Springs.
Yeah, a group of people in the community started searching, and they found his body over the weekend. The sheriff says that should never have happened. 9 News reporter Ria Jean has been following this story for days now. And Ria, you spoke to the sheriff tonight.
Yeah, the Clear Creek Sheriff Matthew Harris posted in an Idaho Springs community Facebook group tonight because he wanted to apologize to them directly for the way this was handled.
It's crystal clear that, we made a poor decision, so we need to own that decision.
The Idaho Springs community organized a search party this weekend to find their friend Paul Peavey after he'd been missing for days.
We received a missing persons report on Wednesday evening. Deputy on duty made the decision not to go to the property.
We weren't out there for 3 minutes, and we found Paul's body. It should not have been us. The authorities should have listened to us from the very beginning and acted on it, but they did not.
Clear Creek Sheriff Matthew Harris took to Facebook to tell the community they were right. It shouldn't have been them.
It's one of the things that weighs heavy on my heart is that that these folks had to go and they had to see that. We should have been there side by side assisting on that.
Over the weekend, Harris defended the decision not to respond.
We didn't receive any information that person was endangered.
Now, he says their initial response failed to meet professional standards and was not acceptable.
The reporting party did report significant information that should have led us to respond on scene to that call. It was a misstep on our part, certainly.
Sheriff Harris said his office is now conducting an internal investigation on their response. He only posted this letter in an Idaho Springs Facebook group, wanting to address the community directly.
I promised the community and our commissioners and our citizens that I would bring back accountability to this office, and I would be transparent, and I promised that. And that wasn't just meaningless words. That was true. There's a lot of good police work being done, and it's unacceptable where it's not, and I'll call it out where it's not.
The sheriff said they have several strong leads on suspects in this case, but they're still trying to track down at least 10 of Peavey's missing Doberman puppies. Peavey was a dog breeder, and authorities believe the puppies may have been sold, maybe on social media. If you've bought a Doberman puppy recently, the Clear Creek County Sheriff's Office wants to talk to you.
So, right off the bat, how irritating is that to be a friend of this gentleman, and the friends know he's missing, right? They call the police. They file a missing persons report. The police decide not to investigate. They take the report and just, we'll see what happens. Let's not go out to his house. Let's not do any kind of welfare check or investigating to see if he actually is hurt or dead somewhere. No, we're not going to do that. We'll just wait and see what happens. So the community, civilians, not used to seeing what they had to see, they go to his house. They find, is there a picture? I think you saw it in that video. They find the gate on the front busted down. They go into the house. Within 3 minutes of searching for this guy, they find him. Tragically, it looks like he has been murdered. So now these people are forever scarred emotionally to have seeing this, seeing their friend dead, shot. It's graphic to say the least. And I'm sure these people were not prepared for this, and now they're going to remember this forever, right? And you heard the police officer or the sheriff, I think this is a chief or whatever, you heard his response. He addressed it. I don't buy that shit. And he's saying an internal investigation, cops investigating cops. They're going to find no wrongdoing. Nobody's going to be held accountable. It's going to be, oh, well, let's move on to the next case. Maybe we won't be as stupid next time. But in the meantime, our negligence made us look really bad, So it's irritating to say the least. There's a case here in Georgia that the gentleman is still missing, and the police, remember I told you about that? They bothered not to do a welfare check. They bothered nothing, and like the guy is still missing now. Ugh, it's a shit show, and it irritates me to say the least. So, let me see. Yeah, Steven says this case illustrates my point about cops not wanting to work. I don't get it. I don't get why you want to be a police officer. Why do you want to be a first responder? Why do you want to be an EMS, doctor, firefighter? I'm pretty sure when we were all growing up, like 90% of us, I mean, maybe, it depends on, when you grew up, but when I was asked when I wanted to grow up, what do you want to be when you grow up? When I was a little baby or when I was a child, I was like, I want to be a police officer. I want to be a cop. I want to be a fireman. I want to be a doctor, and then you grow up and like the people that actually fulfill that dream of theirs, I'd assume they're doing it because they have that feeling. They want to help people. They want to put other people's health and well-being above their own. It's a good feeling. It's an acquired taste though. Some people just aren't cut out for it, and I don't hate them for it. But the people that are being police officers, are being firefighters, ambulance, and all these first responders, you would think they're doing it. They went through the training to get that job to help people. When they sign in, when they put on that uniform, they're there to help others, serve and protect, And so then all of a sudden you see lazy police work, you see police brutality, you see all these crazy stories of bad cops. It blows my mind, to say the least. I get it being a cop, and if you're a bad cop, the ego takes the best of you. You think you got that God complex. You're better than everybody else because you're a big bad cop and stuff. And once again, I know there's police officers watching this. I'm not hating on you. I'm hating on the bad cops. I'm sure there's not. Oh my goodness, let me tell you this. I heard Joe Rogan say something today, and he was like, "What happens?" I'm gonna change the numbers up so I can remember it. But he's like, if you have 20 bad cops, but you have 150 good cops, but the 150 good cops don't say anything about the 20 cops doing bad things, then you have 170 bad cops. You know what I'm saying? Just because you're a good cop doing the right thing, but you don't hold those bad cops accountable, guess what? You're a shitty cop too. So you might as well go be shitty with them. Just saying. So I know one thing. If you're a cop and you're watching this show and you're a good cop, and I'm sure you are, hold your boys accountable. If you ever see them slacking, if you see them doing a half-assed job and they're not doing the job up to standards, hold them accountable. Nobody's going to hate you for it. This is the new age, right? Police accountability is paramount. And shit like this is going to keep happening. Lazy police work, people just working for a paycheck. It's going to happen. It's going to keep happening. I'm going to keep telling you stories about this again and again and again until the good cops get tired of having a bad name and they start holding the bad cops accountable. That's what I think. But diving into the story a little bit more. So this gentleman, he was a breeder of Dobermans, and they believe he was murdered because of the Dobermans. It seems like it was a robbery. He has, what do I say here? 10. He said as many as 10 puppies, Doberman puppies, were missing, and all of these puppies are microchipped. So 1 in a million shot. If you're the Doberman stealer murderer guy from Idaho, you're shit out of luck. You stole a bunch of dogs that are microchipped. You're going to get caught. You might as well turn those dogs back over to somebody and hit the road because your time's coming. But yeah, so I didn't know this. I didn't know, like, people will kill you for a bucket of shit. I swear to God, it's there's bad people out there, and they will shoot you for your pants if they feel like it. I didn't know there was a thing about stealing dogs. Now, I knew people stole dogs, but I didn't think it was a murder type thing. You would murder another human being for a dog. I'm not hating dogs. I love my dogs. I never think somebody would come and rob me and steal my dogs, right? Now, I also found out that I guess Dobermans, they can run upwards of $3,000 a dog. And I guess, I think this guy was into his breeding job. He had probably good bloodlines. He looks like he's won awards for, the Dobermans. So I was way wrong. I didn't think it was a thing. Like, man, you would kill to steal somebody's dogs. That's crazy. But it happened. This guy was killed and the dogs were stolen. So, man, if you're in Idaho, this could be a big thing. If you're in Idaho, get on Facebook Marketplace, get on Craigslist, blow that search circle up at 500 miles out and see if you come across anybody trying to sell Dobermans. You could crack the case. I'm just telling you, there are people in Idaho right now watching. You definitely should do it. Look, Beth said she paid $4,000 for her dog. It is nuts. I'm not hating on you, but I don't know if I could ever spend $4,000 on a dog. But I am big on rescuing, and we somehow or another, we have 2 pure blood beagles, and we rescued them. So we spent like, I don't know, $50, I think, because one was just given to us. But yeah, that just that kind of blows my mind. But $4,000 for a dog. I mean, that dog could get stolen from her. People snatch dogs all the time, I guess, but to kill for a dog is crazy. Vicky says Doberman is between 1,000 and 5. However, Doberman puppies from champion lines cost more, ranging from 5 to 10. Holy smokes. I thought that was the price of a horse. I guess a dog? Wow. That must be a good dog. Good dog. Dog stealers don't tell prospective adopters where the dogs came from or that they were chipped. Well, that's the thing, though. What if somebody buys one of these dogs and they take it to the vet and they do the vet stuff, and then they scan the dog and realize, oh man, that dog already has a chip in it. And then the people buying the dog goes, what? And then they find out the information on that chip, and then they find out it was the gentleman that got shot. That's going to lead back to the killer. So that goes back to anybody who bought these dogs, if anybody bought a Doberman for a steal of a price anywhere near Idaho, I would definitely start thinking about this story, because you never know. What is the next thing or piece of equipment you need to help you? I wish I could pronounce your name, but I'm gonna use your last name. I'm gonna say Vesti, because Moira Vesti. Well, I don't know. Either way, She is one of many of my amazing followers that bought me a couple items that I really needed. And I would say if you went back to my Amazon wish list, the thing on the very top would help with the live streams, and along with the thing right under it. Now they're not cheap, so I don't expect you to buy me anything, but anything on my wish list, if you guys want to help me out, anything on Wrecked and Recovered's wish list, anything on the nonprofits wish list, all those items are on there for the mission at hand. It's not for pleasure. There ain't no toys on there. That sounds kind of weird saying pleasure and toys, but get your mind out of the gutter. But yes, definitely. I mean, don't buy me the drone, because the drone I want's like $8,000. I couldn't imagine anybody. That's going to be a corporate donation all the way. That's about the only way I'm going to get that thing. But yeah, anything else on that wish list comes in really handy, and I do appreciate what you bought me. That thing's going to come in handy too. What I need to do, I can't wait till we get this room situated here so I can move this thing upstairs to a permanent location where I can like permanently wire in the cameras and screens and stuff, and then I can really get into it, because right now I'm just sharing screens with you and stuff, but they got so many cool things. You guys watch live streams, and I want that professional feel. But at the same time, I guess if you guys can hear me and I just keep talking nonstop, I guess that's good, right? That's what we're here for, is to listen to me ramble on. Crack a cold case. I thought it was 6,500. I don't know. I want to say 6,000 to 8,000 because I want to get the Pro bundle. Essentially, it's the battery pack bundle. It comes with like 3 extra batteries and a couple more things. But essentially, I want more batteries, more fly time. And the new ones that are out, I think they can fly for like 45 minutes straight. So more batteries, the more flying I get to do. So if I'm out searching for a missing person, I want to have as many batteries as possible. So that's kind of why like the price keeps going up. But 6 to 8 grand, that's the dream drone, to say the least. Let's jump over here in the Rumble side of things. I microchipped my dogs on their first vet visit once in my custody. You know what's cool? I wish they had a GPS tracking device microchip, like an Apple tag, or because I know collars have GPS trackers on it, but you can always just take a collar off. But what if they stick a GPS type thing on the dog permanently, and you can like look at an app, Find My Dog app, Find My Phone, Find My Dog. Then you can figure out where your dog's at. I think that'd be kind of cool. And then you can get a microchip / GPS chipped, and then you'll always know where your dog is. Because I don't know if you guys own beagles. Beagles like to run. And if my first dog, Scout, the little goofy beagle that doesn't even look like a beagle, she'll get out and she will run, because she smells. Beagles run, long story short. So that'd be kind of cool. Your man cave works well. I mean, it works. It's definitely not a man cave. It's a literal cave. I'm in what's going to be the dining room of our cabin, but right now it is just wood with lots of holes in it. So there's lots of bugs that crawl in here and stuff too. Moira upgraded to an air sponsor. Thank you so much. And speaking of memberships, how cool would it be if you guys went over and you hit that Nug Nation button right now and you became a member? Becoming a member, I believe, is free, or you can be a supporter, which is pretty much however much money you want to throw my way. And supporters get perks like exclusive behind the scenes stuff, exclusive videos, live streams, which I haven't been doing yet, but I'm going to very soon. And members get exclusive stuff only only posted on locals that aren't posted anywhere else. So it wouldn't hurt for you guys to become a member at least. Won't cost you anything. And if you want to be a paid supporter, you get some extra things with it. And we're going to have some fun with it as time goes on. It is growing like a weed, which is really cool. So we're definitely going to have some fun with that, to say the least. Don't you like this channel? I like this channel. It's growing. And above all, hit that follow button right there too. It helps out a bunch. And then you can come watch all my videos and live streams. 90% of this stuff is live streams. But every so often I'll drop a video in here too, just to make sure everybody sees my current stuff too. I gotta get Rumble, I guess. I'm old on YouTube. Crack a cold case. I mean, it's not bad. It's there's lots of news, but there's also lots of stuff you can search for. So like, yeah. We'll just run with that. So let's go back over here. Let's stare at my pretty face for a little while longer. Warm down south today. Absolutely. We were up in the 90s today. I didn't even really go outside because of the heat. I unfortunately have to go outside tomorrow. I got to work on the roof. We got to put a tarp up so the roof doesn't get wet because I don't have it finished. I am going out of town tomorrow night. Again, going to head over to South Carolina to meet up with Adam, and we're going to do those cars. We're going to dive them. Going to have a whole bunch of dive videos in the dark water. We're going to figure out the story with the barrel in the car. That's what I've been waiting for a long time. And if we have good service, if I could just get motivated, I think I can do it. I'll go live. God dang. The rainbow. I guess I could use a new camera. No, what we're going to do, I could go live and pretty much just have like an unedited, just go live pulling car. Maybe if we pull a car, I'll go live pulling a car. How's that? You know, it'll be fun. There won't be any like scariness, you know, because I don't think anybody's going to be in the cars we're pulling out. Never know though. But I'll keep it censored if it is, because we can't show stuff like that on the internet. But yeah, we'll play it by ear. We'll definitely make sure nobody has to see that. Let's see here. Ooh, now I want to show you something. Check this out. As we're coming to an end here, I want to show you a letter I got. And you remember the last live stream I did? It was, we were just talking like we always do, right? Well, check out the letter that I got. An email, actually. Come on, open. Are you serious? You're not going to open for me? You crap. I broke it. Photoshop? I don't want to open Photoshop. Anyway, so long story short, my last live stream got yellow $ from YouTube. And let me see if I can share the screen again without ruining it. There we go. Well, it opened in Photoshop for some reason, but this is the letter. And it's essentially automated. This isn't set out by a person, and I definitely don't think it's accurate. But yeah, the video I put out last time, where the gentleman crawled into the house and unalived himself. But they sent me this letter, and if you want to read it, you can. But it says they're reaching out because members of the YouTube community, including fellow creators, viewers, or staff, have expressed concern for your safety and well-being after coming across content you posted with topics related to the S word or S word harm. I don't even know what triggers them anymore, so I can't even say it. That's why we're on Rumble. But since we're live streaming on YouTube also, I just don't get it. This is the exact same letter I got last time I was talking about the scary S word. It's automated. This was generated by the almighty algorithm. This is AI. Nobody cares at human level. That nobody thought, ugh. And then I appealed it, and they immediately rejected my appeal, saying, nope, you have to be 18 or older to watch this video. It was literally me talking about a news story. It wasn't me talking about hurting myself. It's crazy. And just literally us talking about this, I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if it also got yellow $, which is just, I get it. But at the same time, how about a human being looks at the video and realizes, oh, he's not wanting to hurt himself. He's just sharing a news story. Stupid algorithm. But no, that doesn't work in today's YouTube. All they want to do is censor you unless you're doing balloon art or you have glitter all over your face or you're blowing stuff up or crashing Teslas. I don't know. For the line, I guess if you want to be an adult and do adult serious content, you're going to get censored because all of the sensitive eyeballs on YouTube, we got to keep them sensitive eyeballs safe, even though obviously this channel really isn't geared towards children, but still I get censored. Come on. So stupid. Crazy, right? What do you guys think about that? But let me jump over here in the comments again, see how everybody is doing. Looks like everybody's getting along. Julie has Rumble from North Wales. How cool is that? It was 105 in Michigan a couple days ago. That's really hot. Is it humid up in Michigan like it is down here? Because if it's 105 in Georgia, you'll drown in the humidity. But if it's 105 in Wyoming, it feels different. You know, like I don't know. It's definitely hot, but I've lived in the desert, and it's hot in the desert, like California, like 100. I remember 100, over 100 degrees hot, but it's so dry. You literally, it's like me and my buddies used to like hold a hose over ourselves, soak ourselves from head to toe, completely soaked, clothes and everything. And then we'd take off on our bicycles, 10, 15 minutes. We were dry as a bone, but it felt so good. If I got out here with a hose, hosed myself off, I would never be dry again until I took all those clothes off and got a towel. I don't even care if the sun's shining. You ain't drying off in Georgia heat. And Florida's even worse. Obviously, it's tropical, so it makes sense. But man, let's see. 90 degrees with 91% humidity is 122 degrees. That's too much for my blood. I want to go swimming. Let's see here. Joyce says her son's dog is worth $5,000 and he traded pigs for it. He had a pig farm at the time. The dog, an Australian Mastiff. I bet he's massive. I bet he's a big, massive dog. Let's see. Oh, I'm going to go back over. Don't show knives for SH. Oh, it's dumb. Self-harm. It's just stupid. Yeah, if I'm like another thing, I didn't even think about the knives thing. But if you hold up a G word, if I had one sitting here and I wanted to show you guys, hey, check out this 1911 or check out this Glock I got, the live stream would shut off, at least on YouTube. The algorithm is triggered. You're not allowed to show. You're not allowed to show a Glock on there. One time I had a gun and it was like a replica old school muzzle loader, like something from like the Civil War, right? It was old. It obviously wasn't working. That even flagged the algorithm and the live stream got canceled. And I was like, what? So, yeah, you can't show that. I bet there's other stuff I don't even know about. I bet talking about this right now, it's probably going to get censored and I'll get like 4 views on YouTube. But the battle continues. I'm really tired of walking on eggshells for these social media channels. Like this, it's kind of hard to walk on eggshells when you're talking about missing people because it is a serious conversation. And lots of these missing people have stories to tell that are for mature audiences. But at the same time, I don't know. I mean, if you're on my channel, I wouldn't expect you to be 10 years old. Like obviously this would be boring as hell for a child to watch. I mean, look at it. But as adults, it makes sense. It's neat. It's interesting to listen to, right? So it's a cluster to say the least. So let's go all the way down here at the bottom. If you have an older dog that likely will need surgery, pet insurance really cuts the cost. True. My wife actually, she works with a lady who runs a mobile vet clinic. They got a big old RV. It's a mobile vet. It's a mobile, I don't know what you call it. A mobile room, like you walk into a doctor's office. They got like the stuff. It's like that. It's kind of cool. And they do stuff at the front door. It's a luxury service. It's really fun. And they go help people fix their dogs, spades, neuters, minor surgeries, obstructions, I bet, and sadly, end-of-life services. But better not say that. I'll probably get flagged again. But Charlie Foxtrot for sure. Maybe I should start doing that. Instead of saying like the S word, I could say stuff like Steven or I don't know. I can't think of the what is S in the is it a phonetic alphabet? Romeo, Juliet, Foxtrot. I should know the S one. What is it? What is S? Give it to me. I pay for YouTube and getting mad about not being able to watch who I want. Yeah, I mean, if you're actually paying for YouTube Premium and you're still getting like not getting notified, not getting, getting censored or whatever else you can't watch. I wouldn't pay them anything. Sierra, that's the word. Sierra. I got an intruder. I got an intruder.
I have the corner of my ear. Because my ear has a corner.
What is going on out there?
It's Jeep Fest weekend.
That's not a Jeep.
No, but it's going to be like that.
Gosh. You guys hear that? That's what I got to deal with. That's like the only downfall to living out here is we live on drag race road. People are just screaming. So what's up?
I was curious.
About
All
what?
I heard was something about me working in an RV while I was doing laundry. I walked out of the room and came
Oh, I see. So you had to come share your knowledge. Well, just tell them what you do and the services you provide, because people were talking about pet insurance and stuff. And I was like, oh, my wife works on pets.
Yep. Get it before you have pre-existing. That's the only way it works.
Oh, so you got to get it like when you get a puppy?
Yes. And pay for it for years, which we usually just tell people just that same amount of money put in the savings account. It'll save you.
It'll save you hundreds of thousands of dollars to fix your dog. People were saying $5,000 to $10,000 for the Dobermans.
Well, that's what I told you.
I know, but I'm
the
saying
cheaper one was $3,000, and I said $6,000 for one that I recently saw.
like all the way to 10. I couldn't imagine spending that much on a dog.
A client of mine bought 2 Great Dane puppies for $5,000 each.
Everybody says hi.
They got a discount for buying 2 at the same time, and they spent $5,000 a piece.
Man. Yep, we spent what, $50 on
Nothing.
both of them?
No,
Well, we had to pay a fee on the first one.
no, it was free adoption weekend.
Dang, we got 2 dogs for free, and they're purebloods. I'm sure Gus is inbred.
And
He's kind of
because
good.
my boss is actually the vet for that shelter, they waived the adoption fee
Yeah.
because I've helped out there.
Yeah, our new beagle, he's a dog. Like when you think of you ever get like you do the big old dumb dog? That's our dog. He's just a dumb, and he's so crazy about food. He's not aggressive, mean,
No,
but he has to he's afraid he's gonna lose it, so
he trembles.
yeah, he dives into the bowl and goes bonkers. We had to get him a bowl that's a slow feeder bowl, I guess. It keeps him from literally just engulfing the food in one go and choking to death. But he goes crazy. He must have been, when we got him, he's pretty skinny. So
Yep, his ribs were showing.
he's definitely getting fatter now. So I don't think he's ever going to grow out of that. He's so happy.
Hopefully he stops seizuring every time he sees the bowl.
Oh, he sees a bowl. He gets so happy. He's twitching and going nuts. We'll have to film it one of these days and show everybody. But I need to talk. Bub, I'm emailing you. Crack a case. Okay. Email me. Let me know what you got to say. Is Rumble on the App Store?
Yes.
App, yeah. Is it on? Yeah, it is. I have it on my phone. Yeah, you can get on
Play and Apple.
Yeah, it's everywhere. You can get it on TVs. I have it on my TV. I also have it on my phone. I wonder if there's something in here. Yeah, check this out. This might answer some of your guys' questions and makes me a couple dollars in the process. Make sure to download the Rumble app. Once you download it, search for my channel and follow the channel directly on the app. This will make sure that you get notified every time we go live. Click the link in the description or pinned live chat to download the Rumble app on your phone. It's free. If you prefer to watch us on the big screen, it's also available for Apple TV, Android TV, Fire TV, Roku, LG, and Samsung TVs. All you need to do is search for Rumble. It is that simple. It's like any other app. There's the censorship wars are crazy, and it's something you guys aren't hearing about because it's not in the news. All we hear right now is election, wars, all that stuff. But there's lots of crazy stuff going on behind the scenes with social media right now. So the best thing you guys can do to keep us afloat is to like, subscribe, donate to the nonprofit, all that fun stuff. And we'll keep going as long as you guys keep supporting us, because that is the key. Teamwork, man, teamwork.
And Rumble actually gives me notifications.
You know what? It does. Isn't that weird? Let me see here. Vesti says, can't someone high up in YouTube be contacted to stop you from being censored? and realize that what you and Adam do is to help people. Absolutely not. There is nobody up there that cares. We are just numbers, and our numbers aren't as high. And these big time YouTubers out there is where all of their money is focused on. Mr. Beast, all these other guys that do that kind of stuff. I do not feel important on YouTube. We used to have a lot of fun, and now everybody's channels have pretty much tanked. So I don't know. Like I said, I'm going to keep posting on YouTube. I have no intention of ever leaving unless they get rid of me. But no, it's not what it used to be, and I strongly believe they could care less who you are, unless you are hundreds of millions of subscribers.
And Adam still hasn't heard back.
No, Adam is still demonetized on Facebook for absolutely no reason. He done nothing wrong. You guys know Adam. He is the least confrontational dude on the internet. So to demonetize him makes zero sense, but it happens every time. He wasn't even like, usually that happens to people who are making a lot of money. Like they're just killing it. And then out of nowhere, like, oh, sorry, we had a glitch. So we demonetized the channel for a few months. And then they get their monetization back, but the algorithm has already turned against them, and then the channel dies. So it's all a conspiracy. I think they're all in cahoots. It's nuts, to be honest with you. And it sucks because we used to kill it. We used to make a great living, and we just didn't feel stressed because of money. Everybody feels stressed when money gets tight, and it's hard to stay concentrated. It's hard to, what is that word? Stay focused and stay
upbeat,
positive. But we're trying our best. You know, we still have a roof over our head. Me and Candace here, my wife, we are
sit on that side.
We are, well, I
look like a hot mess, but
I can. I was gonna wrap it up so we can go eat.
I haven't even started cooking. I'm doing laundry.
Damn, I want some bratwurst. I was waiting.
Get some?
Right now. I'll get some bratwurst.
I was folding your underwear, dude.
Did you wash my pants?
They're in the washer right now.
Sweet. I don't have your pants on right now. You guys want to see? Just kidding. I have shorts on. Don't worry. I've never seen a Mr. Beast video and could care less. The only reason I am subscribed to Mr. Beast is because on the weird chance I run into him and he does one of those, for every video you've watched, I'll give you $100. Something like that.
Well, thanks to your kids, you've watched them all.
Yeah, I've watched every video 1,000 times because of the kids. But that's literally the only reason I've subscribed to his channel. I never get his notifications either. I think it's got to be something like if you're actively watching a channel, you'll get notified.
I actively watch you, and I don't get notifications half the time.
Well, that's my only thing I could think of.
Or it lets me know a day later that you just released a video.
Adam gets notified instantly when I post. I notice, and I get notified. Maybe I get notified with him. I don't think I get his notifications, but he got mine the other day at least. It's kind of weird.
Hardly ever get wrecked and recovered.
Is Adam on Rumble? Nope. I think he's waiting to see how I do before he goes, because obviously Rumble has this. It's political, right? But it's not all politics. Obviously, I'm on Rumble right now, and I'm not preaching the word of the Trump or the Biden or whatever else you want to talk about. I really could care less. I think it's all a nightmare. But
you equally hate it all.
Yeah, we equally, like, all across the board, we don't care. We just want to live our lives and have the freedom to do so. I think the thing that's pissing me off the most right now, honestly, though, is the investment you have to put forward to just go grocery shopping. Like, I remember when could you remember when $100 would overflow the shopping cart? Those are $100, and that's like, I remember when my mother would spend $100 at the grocery store. It was like 2 carts, and I got to push one. It was like so much freaking food. Now, $100,
No, that's just the top level of the small cart that they have at Kroger.
Oh yeah, that's
a little mini cart.
Yeah, you don't even need. Yeah, you just that handheld one.
Yeah, the basket.
Yeah, the baskets. Easily. You don't even need wheels anymore to spend $100 at the grocery store. It's bonkers. It's all run by bots and AI. Very hard to get a hold of a person. Oh, absolutely. Like, I think
almost impossible.
The only thing cool about YouTube is they have a chat box at the top, and you can chat with a live person. But usually it's very generic. I don't even know who the hell's behind that. Facebook, impossible. Like, Adam had to go through Instagram to message somebody. for Facebook. And they claim to have opened a case, but it's going to take a week. So a week of demonetization. That's like you just got suspended from your job for a week while we figure it out, you know? Unpaid leave. That's what he got for a week so far while they figure out the glitch. So, and are they going to back pay him? Hell no.
Nope.
They could care less. Let's see here. Ruth says to fill a small cart, and it's about $250. That's nuts. That used to be a car payment. What are you looking at?
That's not a nail. Is that a...
Right there? It's fuzz.
No, below that.
Yeah. So it's bent. Man, you kicked my green light.
From back there, it looked like one of the centipedes. I thought I pulled out all the ones in the wall. I don't know if they can see me poking the wall back here.
That's a big old... No, it's a little off to the side, but that's a big old nail.
Yeah, I thought I got them all out of that wall. So I was like, is that a centipede?
Well, that gives it character. I mean, that one does. Not the ones that'll rip your arm off.
There's a couple square nails up top I can't get out either.
But the square nails are old.
I know, so I haven't tried.
You should leave them there.
I did.
You should hammer them in.
I did.
Nice. A few months ago, I was in line behind a woman whose cart was full, cost her over $1,000. That's crazy. Who can go shopping and spend $1,000? That's nuts.
Not us.
Jesus, I couldn't imagine. Yeah, times are tough. We've been eating lots of ramen, lots of bratwursts. I love bratwurst, though, thankfully.
Hey, bratwurst was $2.50 a 5-pack right now.
Is that good?
It's been $7 for a pack.
$7 for 4 bratwursts. 5 bratwursts. What about a dozen hot dogs?
I don't know. I have to buy the special nitrate-free ones, so they're more expensive.
Why?
Because you have a son that's allergic to nitrate.
Ugh. I thought, was that the turkey thing?
Yeah, the rash.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, my kid is allergic to nitrates, so we got to deal with that too. Excuse me. Okay, then. Well, like I said, we are not going to be live tomorrow because I'm going to be busy getting ready to leave, and then the weekend, if fingers crossed, I can go live out there at that boat ramp. I will when we're pulling a car out. Usually, service sucks. That's why I don't go. So don't quote me on that. But I will put a post out on Locals letting you guys know what the plan is. I'll take pictures and all that. So if you're not a member yet on Locals, head over there right now. Join the Nug Nation. The button even says Nug Nation on it. You got to go to Rumble, though, to figure out that Locals link, unless somebody wants to post it down here. And Vesti says, my wife is so supportive. That's awesome. Absolutely. And she is a stickler with money, so I'd never have to worry about her blowing through cash to buy shoes. Not saying there's anything wrong with that, but we don't have it to spend. So awesome. I kind of wish, I do miss the days of frivolously buying stuff on Amazon. You know, not really expensive stuff, but $10 here, $20 there. It adds up. So now we can't do that. Makes me sad. But now there's amazing people who get me stuff I need off the Amazon wish list.
As long as Amazon would stop putting the packages in crazy places.
Yeah, I think Amazon is mad at us for some reason, so they just keep throwing the packages out and they hide them from us, essentially. It's kind of weird.
In a box of trash.
Yeah, they put one of them in a... Oh, it's so stupid. Let's see here. Videos getting made. Nice. Thanks, Nug. Good luck this weekend. Dry suit in good shape. My dry suit is still good. It's holding strong. I've had it for a few years now, and I have not had one problem with it. Adam has a new dry suit. He hasn't wore it yet because it's kind of a bitch to get into, and it's super warm. So he has no need to use it yet, but he will be using it soon when the water cools down. And I'm just going to throw this out there right now. We are going back to New York, October 5th through the 12th. Details to come. It's going to be fun.
He looks like that because I told him not to tell people.
Oh yeah, she wanted me to keep it a secret, but I can't help it because we've solidified the dates. We are going back and we're hooking up with the guys with the boats, and we're going to learn. It's going to be fun. The videos are going to be great. We're definitely going to be going live. Fun all around. Maybe we can even get a chance to go on the island with protection and get some of that num New York food.
I know some awesome restaurants for you to go to.
I know somebody that owns some of them awesome restaurants.
Yes, you do.
Maybe they'll hook us up.
I think he becomes our actual cousin while you're on that trip. You can go to crash the wedding.
Oh, I'm going to write your cousin and be like, hey, where's the wedding at? I happen to be here. She'd be like, what? Gangster again in New York. Quite possibly. We're going to be diving that river again. And we're looking for all kinds of stuff. I can't wait because secretly there's going to be some treasures laying around down there. And like we have a goal of finding cars, but man, New York waters off the bridges. Oh,
And it won't be so scary because you already know what to expect now.
what if I find a very old? I want to find a New York Coke bottle. You know, it says New York on
New
it.
York, New York.
Oh, that'd be cool. I don't even care how. It's got to be there. Can't wait. Sounds fun, right? All right, then. Well, I'm going to go eat some num-nums. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you again shortly. Make sure to go join Locals if you guys want to keep updated with day-to-day activities, because that's my new goal. Locals is your source for what is going on in my life. So definitely go join, become a member, and if you want to become a paid supporter, that is even better. So thanks. Other than that, ready?
Yep.
Oh, num-num's coming my way. I'll talk to you guys probably this weekend. Bye-bye.